back to the new HT After Hours podcast. Today you're here with the very best host, me, Ryan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Yiddyleixis.
and we have some special guests here. If you guys want to introduce yourselves,
Hi.
Hi.
Talking to that camera? Hello.
talk any camera you want.
Cool. Talking to that camera, and that camera probably can't see me. But that one can.
This one can.
That
Can
one
you
can.
can you tell us like where the audience would know you from?
Oh yeah. So I guess we can do that and introduce ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Aidan. Aidan's Lottie, and this is my friend.
I'm Evan Luna. We are HT alumni. We graduated 2 years ago now? 2?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember. I think like 1.5. Maybe?
1.5 or something like that?
About a year and a half ago. Yeah, we used to run a podcast on the HT Media channel. It was called After Class, and we are back here again to deliver our podcasting talents to the world, I guess.
Because we were so missed.
Yeah.
We were so missed.
We were so missed.
Thousands of people clamored in my emails.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy. I actually had one fan fall on their knees in front of me. I don't know how they found me, and just said, "Please bring back the podcast."
I've had to live in hiding. I've been wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys, they're
covering
really
my
famous?
entire identity.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really hard to track you guys down. You know, I had to go through the Amazon jungle, rainforest. I don't know why you guys made a little puzzle to get to you. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of like messed up to break into my house and propose this to me while I was sleeping.
Well, like if someone offers you like a job offer or like a deal, you gotta say yes, thank you. You don't say like, why are you in my house? You know.
Well, I don't know.
And
When I
were
saw
your
the
dogs?
briefcase of money, I was okay with it. But
Well, yeah.
He got through the puzzle. He got through the puzzle in the Amazon rainforest. So like that's commitment.
I
You gotta
did my
separate the
job.
wheat from the chaff, right? Like
I
that's
did
why
my
we put
part.
it there.
That's all I'm saying. And we're kind of like the spiritual successors to like the After Class podcast. We're the After Hours podcast,
But we're
which
better,
the
so.
name came from a
Yay.
PG-13 meeting. Yeah. Yeah.
PG-13.
So,
Definitely.
so like, what have you even been doing since you guys like got out of the Amazon rainforest? I mean, since you graduated.
I think there's been good progress since we left the forest.
there's been progress.
The HT rainforest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we are both in college. I go to Sheridan College in Oakville, and he goes to Humber College in
In Etobicoke, yeah.
somewhere. I don't really care. And we're both going for programs in film and TV. I'm going for a bachelor's in film and television, and I don't know what your program's called.
It's FMTV. It's a degree in. It's a master's. It's a PhD in
I see.
film.
If you guys want to talk about
But
like,
it's at Humber, so it doesn't really count.
if you guys want to talk about like the entire process of applying and all that, because there's some people who still haven't applied yet, which the due dates are coming in January 15. So all of you should be applying to university right now. Please apply to university or else you get too late. Can you guys tell us about the process? Because some people here, you know, they're scared because this is the first time like going to the real world. They don't know what to do. They do this application. They're like, oh, should I apply to this college? They don't know the differences. So can you like tell us about like your story and how you went through it?
I applied to the maximum number that you can, right? It's always good to just look into the programs. Whatever you want to do, focus on that. Don't feel obligated to have to go into a program you're not passionate about, because I did that, and then I didn't last very long. But do something that you think will make you happy. Look into the program, see what you think's best for you, and then pick. I think it's five programs that you like at 5 different schools, and
I
just
think
apply.
that's the college limit.
Is that the college? What's the university limit?
I think the university limit is 3 programs. That could have changed now. For whoever's watching, I don't know if they're ever going to adjust that. But I think the fee that you pay allows you to apply to 3 universities, and the college fee allows you to apply to
Oh, I see.
5 colleges.
Uh-huh.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see, like everyone, like, did you know what you were gonna do when you were in high school, 100%, or were you still like on edge?
No.
I think both of us had no clue. Yeah, and that's the thing is I think it's hard for us to really relate our experience to a lot of students who might be in high school, because you went, as he said, he went to a program that he wasn't really passionate about, but he just kind of thought would be a good program, right? Because like
Yeah, I went to an electrical engineering program because I was good at math, but not because I wanted to do it, and that didn't keep me around very long. because it was a very strong reason to be there.
Yeah, you dropped out like what, like a month and a half in? It was before reading
Something
week,
like
wasn't
that.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so-
like around midterms.
He got like 20% through his first year, basically.
So a university is like a scary thing. A lot of students are scared to like tell their parents. They don't know what they're gonna do because it's like they're scared because the parents have been on their behind about it for how many years now? Like almost like 2-3 years. And these students, if they tell their parents, they feel like if they tell their parents that they don't know what they're doing yet, they feel intimidated by it. So they go into like weird programs. They go to like electrical engineering because they don't have a grasp, they don't have any passion about it. And then it leads to like them wasting money because tuition is expensive. And like by the time you have a job in whatever field that you picked, you're like miserable. So like even if it's weird, I think you should follow your passions, no?
Yeah, and that's why I kind of wanted to like start with Evan's sort of like his experience going to school, because him and I, we both ended up in film programs, and we're kind of on the same like pace, so to speak. So like he's gonna graduate in 2 years and I'm gonna graduate in 2 years, even though we have different length programs. And I think we're both very, very happy where we are. But yeah, I think well, like kind of like just the way you reacted when I said that, you know, he dropped out, right? I think that's a natural thing for a lot of people who are in high school to think that dropping out of college is the worst possible thing. It really isn't.
No,
Dropping
it's
out
not bad.
permanently, maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah.
like for him, like he's doing totally fine, and he went into a program he thought he liked, dropped it because he didn't like it, took an entire year off, and then just went back to school. And he's doing fine. He's in a program he actually likes now.
Yeah. A lot of people are scared of the real world because a lot of parents put like stress on their kids about, oh, when you get into the real world, you're gonna do this and that and this and that. So they make it really complicated, and it's like this scary mystical thing that you don't, like, you're scared of what you don't know. And these kids don't know what the real world is because the parents just say the real world. They don't explain anything about it. Same as school. Like school doesn't explain a lot about the real world. They explain about taxes and all that. But like I think students get a little too caught up on like wanting to become a true adult by entering the real world, you know? Because in reality, the real world is just the same as it. Your mind stays the same from like you're 17 and go onward. Of course, you're gonna mature more. You're gonna mature, become an adult. But like you're not gonna change fundamentally who you are. And like from high school to university, you're just gonna get smarter and more mature. And a lot of students don't realize that, and they get really stressed out about the real world and how this and that's gonna happen. They start worrying, and like the stress is gonna kill them eventually. So like these kids need to realize that it's not that bad out there because it's just straightforward. You need food, buy food. How do you buy food? You get a job. You know, how to get a job? Go to university or you go into a trade. And you know, depending on what you do, you can make more money or less money. It's not that complicated once you like get down to the fundamentals, you know. And like, you have anything you want to say? You have anything you want to say?
No, I'm fine. Well, actually, I do have something. How did you convince your parents to allow you to go into a film program?
That is a good one, because I was actually gonna ask you. You didn't have any pressure from your parents to go into anything, did you? I can't remember.
I had a lot of pressure just in my head of like, oh my gosh, I have to do something, right? Like I didn't even consider taking a year off to be like an option. So it was literally just like, I can do math, I should do math, right? But it wasn't something that I was really interested in doing or that I wanted to do, like I said. And I think my parents really understood that when I was talking to them about wanting to drop the program, and then they already know that I liked filmmaking and I liked watching film. So when I told them I think I want to go into a film program, they understood. Like they saw the first program I took didn't really work for me. Film was something that I was definitely gonna be more passionate about, that I was gonna want to like stick to. So they were pretty accepting, seeing that I was serious about it.
Yeah, and I think my parents were kind of the same way. I was really lucky because my mom, who I spend most of my time with, when she was a kid, so my grandparents on my mom's side, they're Polish immigrants. They came from Poland. They were like 20. Didn't speak any English. They worked trade jobs here, and they took a very conservative lifestyle with them. So when my mom was growing up, as the oldest child of 3, she kind of was she got the most of that influence. So she wanted to go to college for architecture. That's what she wanted to do. And my grandparents basically told her like, you don't need to go to college. Not go to college for architecture. You don't need to go to college because you're a woman. Like you can just stay home and have kids. Like that's all you need to do. So they thought it would be a waste of time and money for her to go to school, and she ended up not going and couldn't really live out like the dream that she wanted for herself. So for me, she was always going to support whatever I wanted to do, and I was always really good at school. So I had I'm just good at writing tests, I guess. I always got good grades, and I was able to go in whatever program I wanted. So I made the choice very last minute, to answer your original question of whether we always wanted to do film, and whether we knew what we wanted to do. I had no idea. So when I was in grade 10, I remember I was completely clueless. Grade 11, I also had no idea. But up to that point, I had been doing photography for a while. Probably a lot of the sports photos you see around the school I took, like as of point this is being recorded. And so I thought I was gonna be a photographer. But I was still nervous about that, because when you're a photographer, like you're kind of just like a small business for the rest of your life. You have to go around, find people who want to pay you, who want to hire you, and it's very individual. And then me, Evan, 2 other people, and Jack McLaughlin, who's off camera right over there, we decided to enter a short film festival for TIFF. I guess was that our last year? Was that grade 12?
Was that our last year?
We did that?
That was our last year.
Yeah. So in grade 12, we entered that festival in first semester, just on a whim. It was a 24-hour film festival, or 48 hours. So you had to write, produce, and edit, and submit your film within 48 hours. And I spent that 48 hours almost exclusively in my friend Josh's basement. I had work that weekend, and I never went home. I went on Friday afternoon, we went to Toronto, we got the stuff, went back to Josh's place, wrote the script. I slept in his basement. We woke up, filmed. I slept in his basement again, and etc. I basically didn't go home for like 5 days, even though it was still during school. And it was a complete nightmare, but we got our film done. We took that film, we went to the premiere screening. I still think it's your fault, Jack. The noise, the levels. We went into our film, and then we had that one sound effect. And that was your fault, because I let you level it. I'm like, Jack, are you sure that's good? It looks high on the waveform. And you're like, it's good.
What was your film?
It was this film about being scared to go to college and university.
Very topical, actually.
Yeah, and I think it was terrible. I think looking back on it now, it was pretty awful. But coming out of it, like we went to the theater, we did not win the competition. I'll tell you that.
But we weren't the worst there.
We were not the worst.
We were far from the worst there.
We didn't win. If looking back on it now, I would call, by my current standard, I would call that film a failure, but it was so much fun. I was immediately like, this is great. I could see myself doing this forever. It was so much fun. And then after that, I made a decision that a lot of people would think is really stupid. I was just like, you know what? It was like November or December at the time we made that film. I was like, all right, I'm gonna apply to film school for January. I had like a 2-month turnover. I had to submit portfolio films to those schools that had to be custom made for them. So in the next month, I was frantically trying to write a film. I think I had this Looney Tunes situation where I was applying to 3 different colleges with one film, and every school had different requirements. So I had to make one film to rule them all that actually combined the requirements and the themes of every single one of the film schools I wanted to go to. It worked, I got into all of them, but just I kind of went at a breakneck speed, and I haven't looked back since. I think it's really awesome. Like he said, I haven't had a lot of parental pressure on me, and I know a lot of people do. But if you have the ability to go to school for what you want to go to school for, if you don't have that pressure on you to do something specific, or if you can work around that pressure, just go for it. Go to a program you want to do, because if you go to a program you don't like, not only will it be miserable, but you'll end up regretting your choice, which I feel like for most people is the whole reason they go to those programs in the first place.
But it's also not like you picked the wrong program and now it's over, right?
That's the other thing too.
Like what I did, you can think that it might be something you like, realize it's not, and then say, okay, I'm gonna go work for the rest of the year, and then when applications come out again for a new batch of programs and stuff that I've been looking into, then you try again.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is it's not the end of the world. They put a lot of pressure on you guys to pick up a program to go into. Yeah. They tell you, go into university, go into college, join the workforce, whatever terminology they use. It's your life. Do what you want with it. don't let other people pressure you into doing things you don't want to do, because then you'll end up like him, you know.
Yeah.
This poor, sad, broken man.
Living in the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, forced to go into electrical engineering, and then just dropped out. He just dropped out, and he did what he wanted to do, and now he's happy.
How much money did you waste on the electrical engineering?
We don't gotta talk about that.
A lot of
We don't
people,
gotta
yeah,
talk about
Are you
that.
serious?
a lot of people focus, I think, on wasting the money, but also it's like
I spent the rest of the year
yeah.
working, and I made it all back, and then
Yeah.
some, and
It's like, yeah, even if you waste like a whole year, you know,
You still learn.
You spend like 10K, because like, for example, my tuition, it's 10K a year. If I spent 10K and I wasted it, it's like, yeah, you can call it a waste, but also $10,000 is not very much when you start working.
Yeah.
That's like, if you work a minimum wage job for a year, you'll probably make about 15K. And most people have the ability to live with their parents while they do that, so.
so you're not
the
pressured
most-
to pay
yeah.
anything.
For the most part, you're netting all of that. Like
Yeah.
obviously people's situations are different, but like you'll recover. It's not the end of the world if you pick the wrong program. Try your best to, but don't be afraid of taking gap years if you're not sure. As long as, you know, if you know you want to go to school, I know the school warns a lot of people about taking gap years and then not wanting to go back to school.
Yeah.
I wish I would have taken a gap year.
Yeah.
It seems like such a nice thing to just have a nice period of time where you're really, you know, you're justified and you feel like you know what you want to do, right? You're not just guessing. And you have a lot of money saved up, so that's not
You're
an
not throwing
issue.
yourself at all the possibilities,
Yeah.
you know. You're
Yeah.
just a little relaxed here.
I think there's absolutely no shame in just taking some time to work, make some money, and then, you know, when you have a full plan, tackle school.
Yeah, a lot of I've seen like a lot of parents. Sometimes they don't like their kids going to gap year. It's like a waste of time, you know, stuff like that. But this kind of like this dumbed down talk. I think we should talk about like something Christmassy because you know I came here prepared. You know, this cost. You know how much this cost? $300.
Did you pay $300 for
Yeah,
it?
it's Gucci.
Jesus.
I bought it off a homeless man.
Is it?
It's Gucci.
Oh my god.
Real Gucci. It's the
Wow.
Gucci bear.
I feel underdressed now.
Yeah, you guys are just a little broke, but it's okay, you know.
Yeah, this was like 1
cent.
cent. This was
homeless
1
man.
cent to sell.
A homeless
Yeah.
man have money, dude.
You can't
I
see the
think
massive
they're
blood stain.
for a
It wasn't even for sale.
Yeah.
You found the
Homeless man
rag
doesn't mean
and
they
It
don't
was
have
on
any
somebody's
money.
body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these, she's
took off
assuming
his
that homeless
glasses.
people don't have money.
Wow. So you just got a Gucci sweater off a homeless man.
Yeah.
Why couldn't
It's
he
normal.
sell it?
Because I didn't buy it, I stole it off him. But it's,
Being homeless is like, that's fashionable now.
it is, yeah. It's like
Turns out I don't
Diogenes,
think
you know?
so.
Uh-huh.
Diogenes wasn't homeless, he was just a hermit, you know? You know, if you ever, I'm just a hermit. So anyway, I thought you wanted to talk about something, right?
Yeah, let's completely talk about Christmas break is starting. Finally. What are you gonna do for Christmas break? What are you guys gonna do for Christmas break?
Well, we've already been on Christmas break.
Okay,
For like a whole week,
not that important.
so-
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to find Saint Nick. He owes me a bit of money. He didn't give me a gift, you know. Trying to track him down. A lot of people say that he's missing. What do you think about that? They say Santa's missing.
He's missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Good riddance. I haven't got any presents from Santa in like
Go to him.
probably like 10 years. He really fell off.
Santa did fall off.
I think it was time.
Yeah.
You know what?
What do you think about the government propaganda that Santa's fake?
He's fake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like people are kind of losing sight of the issue, right?
I think Santa came up with that just to kind of get the heat off of himself.
Maybe he's just tired. He's been doing this for how
That's
many
what I mean.
years?
At this point, let the man take a break. Like,
Yeah.
again, I have zero respect for him because he hasn't given me presents in years. But
Respect for Santa.
like, you know, just like man to man, I guess. You know, everybody needs a break once in a while.
Yeah, but like,
I
does
guess.
this mean always get a break? Because let's talk about how problematic Santa is with all those elves, unpaid workers.
That's true. I don't know. We need like a Forbes audit on Santa.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna get on that guy.
I'm just saying
But the
Santa's
elves.
a bit problematic.
I can see that. I gotta watch what I
He
say
probably
now. It's
laid
the problem
off
with going
some
to art
elves
school. You
now
can't
that
say
he's
them
not
on
going
Yeah.
around.
Any more questions you have?
Do you guys have any questions for us?
Oh yeah. Now you're the interviewers.
I have a question.
Plot twist.
Why are you here and not listening to the After Class podcast with Evan and Aidan?
Yeah, that's
New episodes every
Because it's not important.
every year.
every
Do not watch them.
Are they
watch
are they
this.
shilling on our show?
I mean,
Can you
no
believe that?
permission?
6
We
episodes.
have allowed them to
Six
record
episodes.
shows
This
and
is
they're
only the
doing
second.
this.
This is only the second episode. There's 6.
The
No,
third.
it's the third.
6.
Third.
It's actually the third.
Hey, Hey,
6 episodes
quality,
out.
Second is coming out
quality
tomorrow.
over
Watch it.
quantity.
We
I
have
was gonna
6
give you-
episodes.
I was
That's
gonna give you a
quality.
shield section. Okay, no.
Yeah, but you guys
6
have
episodes in like what? 3
You come to
years?
my show and you step all over our authority that we have
Can't
little
believe
of.
this.
I mean, we have a lot of.
Maybe if there was a little bit more money in that briefcase.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm not Mr. Beast, guys. Okay, can only get like $1 million. Okay.
We'll come back if you can source that million somewhere.
Okay.
Don't come back. We don't want you.
But you
We're gonna
guys
walk
still
the
doing the
door
podcast?
specifically for you guys. Just
We thought about it. We thought about having a legacy episode. We were gonna come back and do one video podcast, but we were partly inspired to do this. Is it fair to say we were inspired by the Game Grumps? Is that
fair?
Is that fair? I don't know. I think I was.
Game Grumps was so
Yeah.
nice back in the day.
We wanted to try to. We didn't want to try to emulate their vibe. I think it was just like.
I think we naturally.
I think we have a good dynamic. We were like, we like that Danny and Arnold guy. They're funny. So we wanted to do something kind of like that. So we were gonna come back and do an episode at the end of May last year, where we were going to come in and do a video podcast where I was gonna set up my Wii and we were gonna play Bolt for the Wii with commentary
Yes.
and just talk about our first year of college and basically do that. But
Speaking about that, we were thinking of having like an episode where we play Switch. We play Super
Yeah.
Smash Bros. If you guys are interested,
To that, so.
you
that
know.
could be the.
you'd probably play. I'd probably sit there like mouth agape, drooling because I don't know how to play Smash. But
Yeah.
It's a very intense game for
We
a
were-
podcast.
We were thinking of having like just have the video in the background. We just talk a little podcast, like video game episode. See how people liked it.
Family Guy in the corner.
Yeah, no, we have no. It's four.
YouTuber reaction in the corner.
So, Family Guy. We got Breaking Bad clips, and then we have
Breaking Bad clips.
we got the marble. You know the marble race there, the one that keeps rolling. Yeah, we got that one. We're just better.
Stock market prices.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
flashing
random
across.
dropping.
Yeah.
launch codes across the screen.
yeah. Just see the collapse of Apple in front of us.
Guys, watch more episodes of. What's your podcast called?
After hours.
After Hours.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Yes.
Consume.
Hello guys, give a like and subscribe. We'll probably be back. I have to find these guys in wherever they are now. Where are you guys going now? The desert, Egypt?
Those are
I don't want to dox myself on your.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We'll be somewhere
We'll
warm.
bleep it out.
You'll
Well,
get
if you guys want to find the puzzle, it's
You get the coordinates, yeah.
the coordinates, yeah.
They'll be posted on some QR code in like
the
France.
Minecraft coordinates, the XY, you know.
The
yeah.
next
But
puzzle
anyway,
is Sudoku.
Well, thank you guys for watching this episode and liking and subscribing like you did, or your legs will be broken.
Okay.
This has been me, the best host ever, and co-host Yiddy, and our special guest. Say your names.
Evan.
Aiden,
Aiden.
Alumni.
Bye.
Whoa.